Scariest moment of his life when a suspect ran him over with his vehicle. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers joining us now live with the details at Tampa General Hospital, where this, a good moment finally in this tragedy. Couldn't get that out.
There's a bus recording after this.
Everybody in the community here in the area has been waiting to see when at least one of the deputies would come out of this hospital here at Tampa General. Now, Deputy Manny Santos says he will require reconstructive surgery on his injured knee, but he is just grateful to be alive and back.
Say it again.
This morning. Now, yesterday he came out of Tampa General to a round of applause as his fellow deputies stood side by side awaiting his grand departure. This all comes after Deputy Santos and Corporal Carlos Brito responded to a mental health call Thursday, a call that changed their lives forever. Now Deputy Santos is reliving the moment. Sheriff Pat Bronster says a suspect
and this is, I walked to the BAM.
You heard tire squealing coming up from the east side of that road.
The east side, the west side, everybody's side.
So I was like, hey, be careful, that might be him.
Might be who?
He comes back, we see the car. Immediately, I try to push Corporal out of the way from what I've been told. I didn't even know I did this. I did this out of my, just who I am. I pushed him out of the way. I pushed myself out of the way.
The sheriff says Corporal Brito faces an even longer road to recovery. He says,
can you kill one of the teases instead of the tag?
The lower limb on his left leg. Now, as for the suspect, the sheriff says he
it's just weird to have a package and not close out.
He now faces 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder on the law enforcement officer. Now, each of those charges comes with the possibility of life in prison as the maximum sentence if convicted. Live in Tampa, Nicole Rogers, 8 on your side.
In Pinellas County, starting tonight, all South Skyway fishing pier access points from the northbound rest area will be closed for several days. FDOT says this is because of road construction work. The closure begins at 9 tonight. The work is expected to be completed Friday night. There will not be access to the pier, bathrooms, or ramps during the project. This weekend, Veterans Day celebrations, they were held throughout the area to thank the men and women who served our country. Dozens of veterans and their families came together at the Bay Pines VA to reconnect with old comrades and to listen to speakers and band performances yesterday. VA officials say this is an important day for veterans' families as well.
Well, of course, the family, and we recognize that, and we greatly appreciate that, and we thank them for that support.
At the end of the ceremony, veterans were able to speak with VA staff about the resources available to them and their loved ones. In today's Wellness for Your Week, medical experts raising concerns about diabetes, especially here in the Sunshine State. Data shows the number of Floridians with diabetes is outpacing the national average. And as we head into the holiday season, a local doctor sharing why healthy habits are so important, not only to manage the disease, but also to try and prevent it.
November is National Diabetes Month.
9.4% of the population is diabetic. In Florida, we're at 11.6%.
This includes people with type 1 diabetes, which many are born with, and those who develop type 2 diabetes, usually from an unhealthy lifestyle.
The higher risk population tends to be patients who are over 45 years old, have a little bit more weight issue, maybe don't exercise as much.
Dr. Amber Stevens, a physician with Optum in St. Petersburg, wants people to take the condition more seriously, especially those with pre-diabetes who have a chance to reverse it.
There's a huge financial burden in managing diabetes.
Dr. Stevens also points out people with diabetes are at a higher risk for serious health complications.
The complication, that's where a lot of that morbidity and mortality, and we're looking at chronic kidney disease. We're talking about eye problems, glaucoma, macular degeneration, retinopathy, damage to the eyes themselves, nerve damage. Patients develop neuropathy in their feet with burning and painful, debilitating and painful. And then increased risk of heart disease, increased risk of stroke.
The good news, diabetes can be managed and sometimes even prevented with a healthy lifestyle.
It involves looking at diet, looking at what are you eating? Are you eating too many carbs? Do you move during the day? Because you can go exercise for 30 to 45 minutes at the gym in the morning, and if you sit on your rear end all day at work, or watching TV all day the rest of the day, you're really not living an active lifestyle.
And Dr. Stevens says about 1 in 5 people don't even know they are diabetic. If you have a family history and you're over the age of 40, you should ask your doctor for a blood sugar check. Well, a happy moment this weekend in Pinellas County. We'll have the details on a woman reunited with the people who saved her life. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And an 8 on your side consumer alert. Sophia Produce, which does business under the name True Fresh, is recalling its cantaloupe because of possible salmonella contamination. All sizes of fresh cantaloupes packaged in cardboard containers with the Malichita label and sold from October 16th through the 23rd. This is all part of the recall. Now, the cantaloupes were distributed in several states, including Florida. People who have purchased the fruit, you are advised not to eat it. There have not, though, been any reported illnesses at this time. And in Pinellas County, check out this sweet, heartwarming reunion for a local woman and the people who saved her life. A year ago, Marcia Herda's car plunged into a pond on Camelot Drive and sank. Members of Clearwater Fire Rescue came to her rescue, getting the car out of the water, taking her to the hospital for cardiac arrest. Yesterday, she got to meet her rescuers for the first time, bringing them a cake, a card, and as you see, lots of hugs. A Pinellas County deputy injured after being hit by a suspected drunk driver. The latest on that investigation. And a teen killed in a drive-by shooting in Tampa. What investigators are doing to find suspects. Time right now, 7:41 on your Sunday morning. Stay with us. You're watching News Channel 8 today. Scotty in Nashville. Hey, buddy, how are you? How's your dog? A Pinellas County deputy recovering this morning after being hurt in a crash with a suspected DUI driver. It happened in East Lake at Tampa Road and Sunflower Drive last night. The deputy was transported to the hospital with minor injuries. Investigators arrested the woman for driving under the influence with injuries in the crash. An investigation is now underway. And another investigation underway after Tampa police say a drive-by shooting left a teen dead. It happened just before 3:30 yesterday afternoon on the 3700 block of East Emma Street. There, officers found a 17-year-old boy shot. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Detectives are now working to identify suspects and figure out what led up to the shooting.